Hey guys, it's Quickly again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the Beanstalk on the Android Nougat 7.1.1, so that is the latest version, and I am really excited about this one, so stay tuned for that. So guys, this is the Android Beanstalk ROM for the OnePlus 3. Now, I have been waiting a long time for this ROM because I'm really excited about this, and this is one of those ROMs which is a very interesting ROM for me, at least, because I really like Beanstalk ROMs because they do have a lot of features, and this is a very feature-rich ROM. So let's get started on the review then. First of all, what you see here is Nova Launcher because I'm using Nova Launcher personally on my device. I've been using this for a day, and this is what it is. So let's get into the settings and see what is available in the settings menu. Let's go to About Phone page, and in the About Phone page you can see this is well, the device normally shows unknown, but I have used the Google Assistant mod, so that is why it's showing Pixel XL. The Android version is, as I've said, 7.1.1, so that is the latest and greatest. That is an amazing version. I really appreciate that. There is Beanstalk, as you can see, it is Beanstalk 7.1.1, so that's the latest one. CyanogenMod API shows unknown 0, which I'm not entirely sure why. This is based on CyanogenMod ROM, so you are going to get all the CyanogenMod bugs and all the features which CyanogenMod offers, so you will have to go through that. So that is a thing, baseband version and all that, so you can see most of the stuff here. So let's go to the extra settings now. First of all, now there is no extra settings inside of the settings where you have all the extra features. Most of the features are baked into the normal settings menu, like theme. Now this theme is when you install Substratum, and if you don't install that, you don't get Substratum and you don't get theme. So it is fully compatible. It does support OMS, and I'm using the status bar of Modern UI. It does work out. It not only just supports the legacy mode, it supports the full on OMS Substratum, so that is a really good feature. In the display option, you can see there is adaptive brightness. Live display is available, and lately in the CyanogenMod ROMs, live display has started to work out pretty well, so that is something which I really appreciate. Nightlight is available, and ambient display, I have enabled ambient display, and that does work out. There is prevent accidental wake up, which does work with the fingerprint scanner, so that is really amazing. Also, transparency settings for the interface, so that is there, and you can enable or disable the shade for the QS style, change the thickness, and do a lot more stuff with this. So it does have a lot of features. It does even have animation controls. I really like the animation control of the power menu because I really like that in the bottom. Toast animation can be enabled or disabled to whatever you like, so you do have that. That's really nice. It also has Omni Switch, so if you are someone like me who likes the Omni Switch rather than the recent menu with the stock Android, you can go ahead and use this, and it does perfectly. Startup station can be disabled, conditions can be disabled, remove tile summaries also. It also has the font and display size configurator, so you can select a slower and smaller display sizes, so that is amazing, and I really appreciate that. In the navigation option, you can enable these navigation bar with the navigation smart bar settings and even Fling settings. So Fling is something which I will consider using because I have used it for some time, and I really do like that. The sound setting is what basically you get with another any other CyanogenMod based ROM, so nothing special there, but it is still cool. It does have battery life. Now let's talk about battery life. The battery life which I got with this is about as much as I would describe a feature-rich CyanogenMod 14 ROM. So the battery life is not terrible, but it's not the best in class either. So you will get a little less battery life than any even the official CyanogenMod 14.1, which I did try out recently. That had a very good battery life compared to this one, but you still can get away with a day worth of usage. So I don't really complain too much about that. Now there is another setting for notification and QS drawer, so you can enable the brightness slider, brightness icon. As you can see, I have enabled both of them. It does show automatic or normal, so that is pretty cool. You can disable the quick setting title, music title, all that can be enabled or disabled. So I had it disabled, so you can see it is enabled right now. It does work with Geo4G, so LTE is supported with LTE, VoLTE support, so that does work out really nicely. Vibrate on touch can be enabled. Columns, now you can customize the number of columns. Now I have 7 columns with 7 quick setting tiles, so you can see that there is 7 quick setting tiles, and even there is 7 big quick setting tiles, so you can customize that with the rows and rows in landscape. Also the tiles can also be customized with interpolator, duration, and style. You can have a flip animation for most of them. You can have a lot more. There are a lot of stuff which you can do, and it does work out really nicely. I really like that. The button settings. In the button setting, this is the normal CyanogenMod button customization. So you can customize home button for double tap and long press, recent button for long press and short press, and also you can customize the volume button for playback and keyboard cursor control. So that is the main features which I really like in this ROM, so I really like that. Now the alert slider is working, and I really do appreciate that, and there is an option to customize whatever appears in the whatever you want to do with the alert slider, so that is amazing and I really like that. There's also status bar settings where I have enabled the clock and all that, so you do have status bar icons which you can disable or enable from here. You can also enable time with seconds, which I have done right now, and it does work out, so that is something which is cool. Clock styles can be customized to center, right, and hidden does not work, so haven't been working in CyanogenMod ROM, so not entirely sure if that is a big thing, but hey, it is there. Also AM/PM indicator, all that is available. They can be enabled. Battery display, now battery can be customized to circle or the bar or horizontal bar, text only, and droid, which is just droid, the Android guy on there, so you can do that. Also the percentage can be, if you select something which is supported, you can enable percentage, and you can select if it is inside the icon or the outside the icon, so that is an available option which you can customize. Charging indicator can be enabled with the color customizations. Traffic indicator can also be enabled, which I have done, and I do have outgoing and incoming on here, so you can do that, and it does work out pretty well. Brightness control by sliding across the status bar is available with show notification count and 4G instead of LTE, so that is also another thing which you can customize. Double tap to sleep on the status bar is also available. So yeah, that is it in the settings menu, I guess, because well, most of the stuff here are CyanogenMod based, so you get the full feature list of CyanogenMods, and it's nothing to sneeze at. There is a lot of features, but it is still not something which you can compare with Resurrection Remix, which is right now the king of customization on here. So yeah, even the tile settings, there aren't as many tiles as you would see on something like CR Droid or Resurrection Remix, but this does get the job done, and I really do like that a lot. So that is it in the settings menu. The Antutu benchmark score again is what you would get with any other CyanogenMod based ROM. It's about 149 to 154,000. In between that, if it's hot, it'll be in the lower 150s. If it's cool and if it's doing it for the first time, it'll be about 154. It is the stock kernel, so you can customize the kernel and get a bit more performance at the cost of battery life, of course. So there are custom stuff which you can do about that. Let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. So here is the boot animation for Beanstalk ROM, and it's pretty amazing. It says Beanstalk 7 because it is on Nougat, and yeah, it's a basic one, but it does go through a lot of stuff in the boot animation, so yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, I guess that is it about the ROM then. In conclusion, I wouldn't be switching to this ROM right now because, well, it doesn't offer more things than Resurrection Remix for me, because Resurrection Remix gives more features, a little bit less battery life in standby. The standby battery life problem is still there, but again, I like more features. I like more stuff which I can do with the ROM, and yeah, that's just the thing about it. So yeah, the day the Steam engine is out for CyanogenMod, I'm going to switch to CyanogenMod fully because I will be able to use all the ROMs in the same way. So I guess that is it about the ROM then. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.